In this video, I'll give you 4 running backs I like in 2024 fantasy redraft leagues. I'm Jim Coventry of RotoWire. Let's start out with Saquon Barkley of the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, if I miss out on Christian McCaffrey, Breece Hall, and Bijan Robinson, and I really want an anchor or hero running back, end of the first round, early of the second round, Saquon Barkley is often available. Now, we know Barkley had an injury history. Between 2019 and 2021, he had missed 21 games. However, the last 2 years, much better. 4 missed games. Barkley has averaged 320 touches. And in New York, it was a horrible situation. The offensive line was terrible. There was no quarterback that defenses had to respect. No receivers they had to worry about. So Barkley, even when the boxes weren't stacked, was still the focal point of opposing defenses, and he had very little help. Now Barkley's with the Eagles. And I know center Jason Kelce retired, but the rest of the line still is a very, very strong unit, one of the better ones in the league. Also, defenses facing Philadelphia have to worry about A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert, and in many ways, the running of Jalen Hurts in addition to the passing. So Barkley will be in an optimal situation. Coach Kellen Moore takes over the offense. And at times when he was in Dallas, that was a couple years back, we would see running backs see up to 20% of the targets. So Barkley could be involved as a receiver here, especially when teams drop their defensive personnel way back to stop the pass. And of course, Barkley should have plenty of room to run. Now, the touchdown upside may be capped because Jalen Hurts is a beast inside the 5-yard line. But at some point, Barkley should get involved, you would think, and maybe that tush push won't be as successful with Jason Kelce having retired. He was the big anchor in the middle of that line. Overall, I love Philadelphia's schedule against the run this year. It's a very favorable schedule. I do think Philadelphia, regardless of game script, will be able to keep Barkley on the field for all 3 downs. Kenny Gainwell will get some work, maybe Will Shipley, but overall we should see 300 touches and a great opportunity. My next running back that I like this year is Aaron Jones. And I know Jones is getting up there in age. He's 29. I understand that. The one thing is Jones has not had a terrible workload in his NFL career. Green Bay was very good about limiting his touches. So a lot of the aging thing is true, but also it's a combination of age and workload. And I don't think Jones has had nearly the workload of a lot of the other aging backs who are stars. Now, last year, Jones did miss 6 games and limited in others. But that said, let's go back to the prior 4 years. Jones missed a total of 4 games. So I think we're overblowing the durability a little bit. And remember, when we last saw Aaron Jones, it was a great stretch of 5 games, including the NFL playoffs, where Jones posted at least 118 scrimmage yards, still 64th percentile in broken tackle rate, 75th percentile in yards after contact, and even 73rd percentile in yards after the catch. So yes, Jones still is an elite player. I know the coaching staff made some whispers about Ty Chandler being a number 1. Seriously, not even an option. I don't see Aaron Jones giving up much work. He'll give up a few carries for sure. This is not a timeshare. Very, very unlikely to happen. And the Vikings signed Jones to a 1-year deal. So they have no reason to spell him. They'll use him up. That's the nature of the running back position. So look for Aaron Jones to significantly outperform his ADP. Now, if you enjoy videos like this, please consider hitting the like button and subscribe to the RotoWire Fantasy Football channel on YouTube. Also, check out all of our fantasy football content and rankings by getting a free 2-day trial with no credit card needed. Go to rotowire.com/Jim to see all of our content. All right, the next running back I like in 2024 fantasy leagues is James Conner. Again, another aging back. I get it. James Conner is a beast when he's on the field. Now, first of all, you can put it in pen. He's going to miss his 3, maybe 4 games, and you're going to need a backup plan for that. But you're getting Conner late enough in drafts that you should be able to prioritize other running backs. From an efficiency standpoint, James Conner was phenomenal. Best year of his career, 5 yards per carry. The best he had before then was 4.5, and those are the first 2 years of his career. Conner hit 1,000 rushing yards for the first time in his career. And in terms of his ability, 94th percentile breaking tackles, 97th percentile after contact. James Conner is going to give up some work. Last year, he was already giving up work, but still in weeks 13 through 18, Kyler Murray was back. Connor averaged 23.9 PPR points. How many running backs in the NFL can do that? Also, Connor's a very good receiver, but if you look at the box score of the number from last year, those receiving numbers didn't look good. I want to point out, Joshua Dobbs was playing, Clayton Tune was playing, but when Kyler Murray was back, Connor had games down the stretch with 67 and 54 yards. So Connor and Murray do have that ability to work together. All that said, we know Trey Benson got drafted in this year's draft. Trey Benson is a downhill runner, doesn't have a lot of wiggle. I love him as a player. He's going to be a very good NFL player. James Conner is elusive for his size. Also, I believe that Connor is the heart and soul of the Cardinals offense, a real team leader who the team is not going to go away from. This may be the last year Connor plays with the team, but that said, I don't see them giving him a lessened role because of that. Last player, I like Kendre Miller of the New Orleans Saints. Now, Miller had a couple injuries last year. He had a season injury. He missed a couple games. He missed 7 of the last 8 games of his rookie season. And that said, when he was on the field, super small sample size, Miller was elite in breaking tackles, 75th percentile. Yards after contact, 80th percentile. Yards after the catch, 97th percentile. Now, again, that was small sample. That may not carry over. It's 51 touches. Miller had work in 2 games. Significant work. Week 5, New England, very tough run defense. 16 touches, 90 yards. Very impressive. Week 18 against Atlanta, 14 touches, 79 yards and a touchdown. Miller looked very good. The main point here is Alvin Kamara. Kamara was great for fantasy last year. In terms of a running back, not good. 15th percentile broken tackle rate, 27th percentile after contact, 24th after the catch. Kamara will be 29. Kamara is definitely in decline despite his fantasy performance this year. Miller in the new offense with Clint Kubiak should see a significant amount of the work. And if Kamara continues to decline, Miller plays as he did in a small sample, he could easily cut heavily into that workload.